China has launched a fierce attack on Japan after Tokyo fired anti-ship missiles overseas for the first time since World War II. Beijing warned that Japan's new type of militarism threatens regional peace and stability, and accused Tokyo of reviving its wartime aggression legacy. China's foreign ministry said Japan was responsible for serious historical crimes across Southeast Asia and slammed the missile launch during joint drills with the US and Philippines near the South China Sea. The launch took place during the Balikatan 2026 War Games involving US, Japanese, Philippine, and Australian forces. Japan's ground self-defense forces fired Type 88 anti-ship missiles at a decommissioned Philippine Navy vessel off northern Philippines. The drill marks Japan's first overseas combat-capable missile launch since WW, a major symbolic shift for Tokyo's military posture.
Japan has been responsible for serious historical crimes for its aggression and colonial rule over Southeast Asian countries, including the Philippines. The former aggressors not only failed to deeply reflect on their historical crimes, but instead sent military forces overseas to launch offensive missiles under the guise of so-called security cooperation.
Beijing says the move proves Japan is accelerating re-militarization under pressure from right-wing forces. China accused Tokyo of breaking beyond its exclusively defensive military doctrine and warned that some Japanese actions have gone far beyond the scope of self-defense. The remarks come as Japan expands defense ties with countries aligned against China across the Indo-Pacific.
Japan's right-wing forces are pushing Japan to accelerate the process of remilitarization. Some policies and actions have gone far beyond the scope of self-defense.
The drills also showcased growing US missile deployments near China. American forces tested the Typhoon missile system, capable of firing Tomahawk cruise missiles from Philippine territory, while NMESIS anti-ship missiles were earlier deployed near Taiwan. More than 17,000 troops are participating in the Balikatan exercises, which Beijing sees as part of a broader US-led containment strategy targeting China.
The severe deficit in history education, the fundamental errors in its view of history, coupled with the strategic plot to strengthen its military and prepare for war, have allowed Japan's new type of militarism to take advantage of the situation and threaten regional peace and stability. We urge Japan to deeply reflect on the history of militaristic aggression, abide by its commitments in the field of military security, and act cautiously.
Tensions between China and Japan have surged over Taiwan, the South China Sea, and Tokyo's expanding military role in the region. Japan has boosted defense spending, eased arms export restrictions, and deepened security cooperation with the US and Philippines. China now warns that Asia is witnessing the return of Japanese militarism, while Tokyo insists the exercises are purely defensive.